Hello, I'm FGX, and welcome back to the Minecraft news videos. I have some very good news to share with you all if you are a Minecraft console player, because Minecraft PlayStation 4 is getting an update this year, and it's not going to be a wait of, months like on the Java edition, or even a matter of waiting for weeks. This is going to be an update coming out within the next 3 days, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. So we're going to be diving into how we know this, what we know about the update, and all the goodies I'm sure you want to know. If you're a Minecraft PlayStation 4 / console player, you can like this if you do like it though, because it helps out the channel, and let us know you do like the positive Minecraft console news. It's a Christmas miracle, I tell you, but let's dive straight into what we know, because I did mention how it was quite likely there would be a PS4 update, just based on a tweet from Roger Carpenter, where he mentioned he would be playing the PlayStation 4 edition on a stream next Tuesday, which seems like something very small, and a lot of people doubted it, but again, based on the infrequency of those streams, and how they usually time with updates for the platforms, it made sense to me. And then a little bit after I uploaded the video mentioning that, 4J Studios properly confirmed it, because they tweeted out this image saying, the 4J East London studio has stolen Tom Nagzol Naylor from the 4J Dundee studio. Dundee misses him, and then a smiley face, and then it's a picture of the new employee, which has moved from the main office near Edinburgh over to Dundee, and then yeah, you look at the images and like, okay, that's nice, they got a new employee, and oh, wait a minute, you can see, looking very closely right there, there is in fact a brand new update in the background, and because this seems to be their only update image for this update, it looks as though it includes pretty much every major feature in this update. You can see how there's bamboo, you can see how there's pandas, even brown pandas if you look at the one on the right there, you can see how there's cats, you can see how there's scaffolding, you can see all the different major features in this update, even the kind of weirder ones like the dye changes. You can see how there is white dye, there's brown dye, there's blue dye, and there's black dye in the hotbar. Right now, those items exist as dyes, but you know, they're bone meal, they're cocoa beans, etc. respectively, so they've made that change as well. And basically what this seems to be is a continuation of the kind of trend we assumed 4J would follow, where they're going to be taking every Bedrock update and taking it over to the PlayStation 4 edition. It was kind of speculated based on how Kotick went that this would take them, months in most cases, given the PlayStation 4 wasn't the key priority, but in the case of the 1.8, the Cats and Pandas update, the holiday update, it came out last week for Minecraft Bedrock, and it's coming out next week for Minecraft PS4. And you might say, wait a minute there, Toycat, we've seen a picture of the update, and we'll talk more about what might be in there, because we know it's basically a port of the update from Bedrock, but it might have some extras, we'll talk about that later. But how do you know when it's coming out? Like, that seems like a jump too far, but no, it's not really a jump too far, because if you look at the history of Minecraft Console Edition, since back when it was 360, then into PS3, then into all the consoles, and now into, just the PlayStation 4 edition, you can see how every single Christmas, without fail, there has been some form of holiday update. Technically speaking, to, make that true, you have to count the PS3 edition coming out as an update, but I think for PS3 players, that was a pretty big update. But yeah, every single Christmas, they've done something big with Minecraft. There was some speculation, maybe this year, the big thing would be the move to Bedrock, but no, that is very much the PlayStation 4 edition. You can tell looking at that image, yeah, so they're playing PlayStation 4 edition right there, because, I mean, look at the buttons, look at the spacing on the hotbar, you can see it's, again, the proportions of Minecraft Console Edition, but then, okay, so we know it's coming out in the holidays, but that doesn't mean next week. I mean, there's a whole 2 weeks left in, December, Toycat. But remember, 4J, like most companies, gaming or non-gaming, take a Christmas break, because, it's nice to give your employees a Christmas off. So to get this update out before Christmas, it can't come out next week, because, of course, they might need to emergency bug fix it, and they like to, stay on track of things the day after it comes out with the community. So that means that it has to come out this week. It has to come out in the next 5 days sometime, and although it could theoretically come out next Monday, it could come out tomorrow, I guess would be next Monday, this Monday. It could come out on Friday. The most realistic days, because it is a Minecraft Console Edition game, would be Tuesday. Pretty much every single major update of the last 4 years has come out on a Tuesday. There's some notable exceptions, particularly with the Christmas update, where I bet it would come out on the Tuesday, it came out on the Wednesday. There were some miserable times for me. You've probably seen that, that was a fun thing, but that was an exception. I made the bet, and I put the Carolina Reaper on the line because of how certain this trend is. So I'm not going to say 100% it's coming out on Tuesday, because, that would be irresponsible, and maybe I'd have to put something on the line, and maybe I'd only eat another Carolina Reaper. But what I will say to you is there is a, 95-ish% chance of seeing an update on, Tuesday. In the next, less than 2 days away from now, because it's in the morning UK time, and it's in the evening as I record this, so less than 2 days from now, you're most likely going to be receiving an update for Minecraft PS4 Edition. However, there is a chance it'll be coming out on the Wednesday, just because, it's happened before, don't want to make bets against it, and theoretically it could come out on Thursday, theoretically it could come out on Monday, but I think Friday's pretty much off the table, Thursday's unlikely, and Monday just doesn't fit with how they usually do things. But again, expect to be surprised. We're in a whole new era of 4J Studios right now, both in terms of how their teams are working, but also in terms of release schedules potentially. So just keep in mind, next week, definitely an update, or definitely asterisk an update, 99.99%. I expect Tuesday, but it could be Wednesday, just based on the fact that we have the Roger Carpenter stream happening on Tuesday. It'd be weird to show off features which are already in the game, so that's a thing to expect. Also, coming alongside alongside it, there's going to be a brand new Tumble Arena. I believe that's an every year thing. And also, let's now go back into the update itself, and let's talk about what might make this special. Because if you're a PlayStation 4 player, I think just getting all these features, which you've maybe been jealous of seeing over the past week, that's going to be kind of fun. Now you can play around bamboo, you can make your own bamboo farm, you can follow my tutorial, because it all follows from Bedrock to, the console edition, of course, because, again, they're trying to make them similar games. But looking at this same thing, you can be like, okay, so it's exciting. Now we can get brown pandas on the console editions. But also bear in mind, it might actually be easier to play this on PlayStation 4, because right now, current jungles have issues generating pandas on the Bedrock version, and the solution is go find a new jungle. On PlayStation 4, that's not quite so easy, so I imagine they might just be like, yeah, whatever, we'll make sure they spawn in existing jungles. Same with cats and villagers, so that's a positive improvement. But looking at this image right here, you can see how it's pretty much just, oh yeah, all of the 1.8 features, and it doesn't seem like they're adding anything new. The big maybe on this is like, oh, that might be a bamboo forest on the right there. That's a feature which isn't currently yet in Bedrock, and we're still not too sure about that one. Also in the same kind of boat is they haven't showed off a crossbow yet, and it could be that like, oh, crossbow's experimental gameplay, it's not really inside the update, which I think would be a bit of a weird internal Minecraft mishap, but we'll see if that's how they do things. I think it's unlikely to see crossbows, and that's a real shame for that reason. It's potential that we'll see the bamboo forest, but again, if they're trying to strictly follow Bedrock, which I imagine is the goal, because they want to promote Bedrock as the game and then have this be like the fun PlayStation 4 port, which is obviously kind of like its own separate Bedrock version over there, then obviously it wouldn't make sense to put the feature here first. But I really want to believe, like, okay, please just give bamboo forests a thing. If they are in the game, I'll let you know immediately. But the other thing here, so you might look at this and say like, okay, there's no secret features shown off here. I will of course be looking, but I don't imagine, because it's based on Bedrock, there'll be too many. However, here's the big one, right? So notice how there's scaffolding in this screenshot. I said scaffolding weird, but notice how there is scaffolding, the thing made from bamboo and some strings. Well, get this, right? Every time they add a new block to Minecraft, they usually tend to add it to the custom superflat menu. Custom superflat is one of the big advantages PlayStation 4 has over the Bedrock editions, and given that they've made the mistake twice now, putting gravity-affected blocks in the custom superflat creation without then making it impossible to remove the blocks below it, maybe, just maybe, they'll have to patch it out if it's the case, but maybe when Title Update 82 rolls around, which is what we're currently calling it, maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to put scaffolding in there, and because it is gravity affected, it will all start to fall, which means everyone's favorite old custom superflat, again, so many people have requested this back, Sky Village might be possible again. Again, it's worth mentioning, they do have to patch it once this thing has been found, so after the update comes out, you have a matter of like weeks, maybe till January, to play around with it. However, I am at least making like a 50-50 bet on this one, saying there is a real chance we might have Sky Village in Minecraft PlayStation 4, again, where everything floats and like physics break down because so much is trying to fall, and that would be a really fun thing in my opinion. So looking forward to the idea of it. We'll have to see if it does work. Again, I love things that you can just do vanilla in Minecraft console, and one of the best things about console edition, as opposed to just console including all the other Bedrock versions, is that you do have the custom superflats, which might be receiving a major update tomorrow. We'll have to, in the next couple of days. We'll have to wait and see how that one goes, but that's one of the first things I'll be testing on Wednesday. You better believe it. Other than that though, I'll be talking more about the PlayStation 4 edition when it does come out, but for now, just keep in mind, you got an update coming next couple of days. How exciting is that? So, yeah, before we go today, because I know a lot of people have been following the Bedrock version, being a little bit envious, and one of the things that PlayStation 4 players I noted particularly wanted to do was help out with the Killing Pandas to Save Pandas challenge. So if you don't know, Minecraft set out the challenge like, hey, if you plant 10 million blocks of bamboo across all Bedrock platforms, what we'll do is we'll donate $100,000 to charity. So I figured, because bamboo's so hard to find in all the other sources, well, you know what, the best way to get bamboo is to kill pandas. So by killing pandas in Minecraft, we could save pandas in the real world. I put that video out, and I'm just saying, by pure coincidence, 12 hours later, the challenge had been met. So that's been done now. We now know for sure that killing pandas has officially saved pandas, so you don't have to kill pandas anymore just to save them. I mean, you can do it if you're a monster and you like to have fun, but yeah, I wanted to point out that somehow this all came to a good term, and that's kind of exciting. So anyway, with that said, I know a lot of people are now curious, like, so what was the little break in the news videos there? I was in Malta over the weekend, but that's the last, big travel thing I have off the year, at least until January, but that's, of course, the next year, so it's not in the current year, therefore I finished with the current year. This is easy to follow, right? Anyway, with that said, basically, now I've finished the travel for the year, I'm going to be back, and I'm going to be potentially streaming again, because Streamless was a really fun accidental thing that just kind of started because I had to get my stuff back, so I had to fish, and then I wanted to go get it, and it was like a fun thing we did last week. I think we'll be continuing that for the most part this week, starting very, very soon. So if you want to see you know, some streamer stuff, make sure you follow my Twitter. I know a lot of people get unreliable stream notifications on YouTube, and that's, you know, again, if that's fine with you, that's fine with you. But if you want to get more reliable ones, make sure you check out the Twitter, because that's where I tweet out when the streams are looking like happening. Maybe there'll be one tonight. I'll let you know via the Twitter. And also, when Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition has its update, I will be playing around with it a little bit. I will be streaming that on Tuesday, and I'll be, you know, trying to see the secrets and/or the maybe Sky Village returning. Again, I really, really hope either they forgot about the scaffolding being, you know, gravity affected, or maybe, just maybe, they leave it in there as a little thing. Because they have mentioned before, I asked at one of the Minecons, like, so what would prevent you from just putting it back in the game? And they're like, if we find a bug that is, you know, potentially game breaking, in that, like, it will crash the game and that's not good for performance, they do have to fix it, because that's how the certification requirements are. However, you know, maybe if a mistake makes its way into the game, they wouldn't have to fix it until the next update, which might be a while away. So that's my hope. And let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Let me know if you're excited to see a PlayStation 4 update come out of nowhere. And besides that, I hope you'll enjoy the video, because I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.